that where you are losing the quality of the data. Okay, so when you are converting, one rule you have to remember: when implicit type conversion is applied, implicit means it is not in your hand. While producing the result, the system will take care of that operation. In case of implicit, it checks the expression. In the expression, it will go for seeing the higher data type. That higher data type is the data type of the result. Okay, in this case 5 divided by 2. 5 is integer, 2 is integer. There is no confusion, both are integer. The result will be in the integer form. 5 by 2 is not 2.5, it is 2. Okay, real part, that fractional part is omitted. Now 5.0 divided by 2. In this is expression involving division. The first operand is 5.0, second operand is 2. This is float number, this is integer number. So result will be in the form of float. 5.0 divided by 2, that is 2.5. Whatever may be the data value. Okay, if the data type is important, then the data value. 5 divided by 2.0. 5 is integer, 2 is float. 5 divided by 2.0. So the result is 2.5. So these are done implicitly, automatically. Next, both are float. In this case 5.0, 2.0, both are float. The result is also float. Now we'll take that in the program. Integer x initialized to 10. Character, so we can convert that integer to character or character to integer. Okay, character y equal to initialized to character a. So character ASCII value is 97. Character ASCII value is 97. Okay, character this is 97. Just refer that in any textbook where the ASCII value will be listed. Just refer it. Okay, no need to buy out any ASCII value. The ASCII value is important for me for the next stage. Now what I'm doing, I'm adding the ASCII value to x plus ASCII value. If my ASCII value is 97, 10 plus 97, this x is integer, y is character. X is integer, y is character. Integer is higher than the character. Integer x is higher than y. So implicitly the type is converted to integer. Okay, so the 10 and 97, the final value 107, that is in the form of integer. We'll go for the next example. Float z equal to x plus 1.0. X is integer, okay, and 1.0 is float. X is integer, 1.0 is float. So the result will be in the form of float. So I took variable z to hold this float value. Okay, this is how implicit type conversion is applied when you are performing operation. Next we'll go for explicit type conversion. Always you have to see the result, whether you are compromising the quality of the data. So when you are applying explicit type conversion, the quality of the data should not be lost. Quality should be maintained. For example, you are performing some operation, say 4 into 5. 4 into 5 is 20. But I want that 20 in the float form, no problem. 20.0, as the result is same as after the type conversion. No, the result is same. So the quality is maintained. That is okay. Suppose when you are converting, when you are downgrading, so when you're downgrading the sense, integer is converted into byte, or double is converted into float is converted into int. There is a chance of downgrading. There is a chance where the quality of the data is lost, quality is compromised. That should not happen. So when you are converting, please take care of checking whether you are compromising the data or not. This is done by the user. Customized type conversion. This process is also called typecasting. It is user defined. Now we'll see with one example. Double x equal to 1.2. This is a double data. Okay, but after the operation I want that in the integer form. You are downgrading. We'll see whether it is possible or not. So now 1.2 is converted to integer. I'm converting 1.2 to integer. 1.2 is converted to integer, becomes 1. See, the value lost, quality